good? What's good? What's good, baby? It is your boy, True X, the sports junkie, and welcome to NBS Central's Stardom Sit-em Show. Like I said, of course, my name is True X, the sports junkie, the fantasy football guru. Before I even get the show started, the fantasy football show started, I should say, I want to say my thoughts and prayers are with everybody that was affected by Hurricane Delta. Look, my lights just came on, man. It has been a crazy, crazy, crazy time. The show was in jeopardy. I was thinking that we wasn't going to be able to do the show this morning because of all the craziness going on. I apologize for not being on Let's Talk About It this past week with my main man, Keo. But shout out to Ray, Boudreaux, DJ Gravity for stepping in my place and holding it down. So, Mr. I can hold you down, baby. However he says it, I'll hold it down, baby. Yeah, that's what it is. Shout out to Ray, man. Definitely appreciate you, brother. Y'all did a great job, phenomenal job. I also want to say shout out to Mike Larson and Larson Live, or should I say Michelangelo Larson's Live. Phenomenal show. And of course, I would be being disrespectful not to say shout out to the NBS show with Jay Franchise and Just Justin, man. Phenomenal shows this week. They were holding it down while we were going through some things in Louisiana. But like I said, my thoughts and prayers are with everybody in Louisiana and any area that was affected by Hurricane Delta. That is from myself and the NBS crew. So if y'all need anything, man, please reach out to us. If you're on the YouTube page right now, if you don't mind, please subscribe to the page. Subscribe to the page, man. Always your latest updates when it comes to fantasy. By your boy Trex, the sports junkie. Of course, college football by my main man, G&B. Phenomenal videos out there, man. Y'all check him out, man. He did phenomenal yesterday when it came to his picks and in football, college football. He actually picked the Texas A&M upset, which was mind-boggling because the way Florida was playing, I couldn't go against Florida. But shout out to him. Of course, we have Let's Talk About It. Y'all already know the only show on the brand where they talk more than just sports. So that's a phenomenal show held by me and my dog Keo. And of course, Nothing But Sports show with my main man, Just Justin and Jay Franchise. And then, of course, you got Mr. C, the Trendsetter. You got Ray Boudreaux. You got Marlon. And then you got Mike Larson and Michelangelo on Larson Live. I know I'm rambling right now as far as other shows, but I just want y'all to know about this phenomenal team we have at Nothing But Sports. And, of course, the newcomer, John, man. What up, John? He's going to be hitting y'all with a lot of NFL news. So, man, the NBS brand is growing tremendously, and I'm so proud of it. But y'all know what we here for. Y'all see that title back there? That is the Nothing But Sports fantasy football title, baby. And we are here, and I'm going to help you with your fantasy football lineups. So here we go. We're going to get right into it. If y'all been tuned into this show before, then y'all already know what it is. Oh, and as you can see, I'm solo. I'm solo again because my main man Keo had some things that he had to take care of. But like I said, he held it down for me on Let's Talk About It. So I'm going to hold it down for him on Stardom Sit-em. And I'm rocking the Miami Heat hat because the Heat played the Lakers tonight in Game 6. But I just want to start the show with that. We're going to switch it out because this is a fantasy football show, man. Y'all know y'all know the vibes. I got to have the Nothing But Sports hat on. But here we go. Top 5 quarterbacks on the day. We're not talking elites, baby. We're talking the other 5 guys. Coming in at number 5, I got Jimmy G versus the Miami Dolphins. Jimmy G returns today. He's going up against the Dolphins. I think this game is going to be real interesting. The Niners are coming off of a loss to the Eagles last week. And it was without Jimmy G. Now with Jimmy G back, they may get Raheem Mostert back. Now that's the rumor that he's going to play today. How much he's going to play, we don't know yet. We got Jared McKinnon still, but with Jimmy G back in the fold, Deebo Samuel healthy, I don't forget my guy, George Kittle there. I just think, and Brandon Ayuk, how he's been playing, I think this team is going to be hitting on all cylinders today. So I love Jimmy G today for the 49ers. Coming at number 4, of course, I'm going Jared Goff versus the Washington Redskins. I understand what Washington got with their front 7, but For me, Washington is just a team, like I said, rebuilding. I said that last week. I think that the Rams are a surprise team this year. I thought the Rams were going to really struggle this season, and they've been a lot better than I expected. And I think that it starts with Jared Goff, and it ends with, that offense. So I'm going with Jared Goff this week. I think he's going to have a really good game. Coming in number 3, I got Josh Allen. Josh Allen, really, you can make a case that he's not the MVP because of the way Russell Wilson's playing, but Josh Allen has been phenomenal. Man, this kid, 10 touchdowns, 1 interception, undefeated record so far in the AFC. Now, I know people are going to say, oh, well, X, he beat up on the Jets. The Jets are horrible. I think he beat the Dolphins. Was it the Dolphins? He beat another bad team. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They beat the Rams. And I just tell you what I think about the Rams. So I'm going with Josh Allen coming in number 3 against Tennessee. I can't sit this guy. Really, we can make a case that he could be in the elite category right now. And I could remove Deshaun Watson because of the way Watson's been playing. But I'm going to stick with the list right now that we have as the top 5 elite guys that you start every week. But Josh Allen, to me, is big time. And I think you should start him this week, even though it's against the Tennessee Titans. Okay, coming in number 2. Listen to me. The theme of the show this week, y'all going to understand real quick what the theme of the show is. I got Kyler Murray versus the New York Jets. Are you kidding me? The Jets. The Jets, man, y'all going to see. I'm not even going to say it all right now. The Jets are a joke right now. And look, I know some people might be Jets fans out there. The Jets are a joke. I got Kyler Murray coming in number 2. And I'll just continue the theme. Coming in number 1, I got Dak Prescott versus the New York Giants. Look, I've been to New York. Shout out to everybody in New York, man. I like a lot of New York music. The Jets and the Giants are horrible. The Jets and the Giants are horrible. I don't want nobody that's playing for those teams, and I want everybody that's playing against those teams. If you got anybody that's playing against the Jets or the Giants today, I'm gonna just go on a limb and say you should start it. But you're gonna get my how I'm coming this whole show with this whole nonsense of the Jets and the Giants. It's just bad out there in New York right now. New York people don't hate me, man. I love New York, love Manhattan, love Brooklyn, love the Bronx, love Queens, love Staten Island. Man, I like Buffalo, man. I like New York. So shout out to New York. But y'all teams out there right now in football, awful, god awful. All right, coming in number 5 at running back. We're going to move to running back right now. I got Mike Davis. Mike Davis has been holding it down since Christian McCaffrey's been out. He gets who? The Atlanta Falcons, another team. Oh, my God. That's just been terrible. They cannot keep a lead. They cannot win a game. Mike Davis, to me, is going to have a big game. I got Carolina winning this game. I know a lot of people have. I think I did have Atlanta. I'm not going to lie. I think I told Keo Carolina. I think Carolina's going to win this game. Keo, if you can call me a flip-flop all you want, I got Carolina winning this game. I think Mike Davis has a big game tonight. Today, so I'm going with Mike Davis at 5. Coming in number 4, I got Josh Jacobs. Now, that may be as a surprise to some people, but I think if the Raiders are going to beat the Chiefs or keep this game close, they're going to have to keep Patrick Mahomes off the field. What does that mean? Josh Jacobs needs to get a lot of touches. So I'm thinking that Josh Jacobs will get a lot of touches. I think Gruden, he's a veteran coach. He knows what it's going to take to beat a high-powered offense. Just go back to his Tampa Bay days versus the Rams. So I think he's going to run the football a lot with Josh Jacobs, and he's going to try to keep that potent offense off the field. So I got Josh Jacobs coming in number 4. Coming at number 3, let me start off by saying this. This guy is, to me, and we're going to get into this because y'all know we have the new segment. The new segment basically saying, I don't want you, or I don't want to use the words that I want to use, but try to get that person or stay the hell away from me. I'm going to just say it. Stay the hell away from me. But this guy right here, he's going to be on there. I'm going to tell y'all right now, Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt. He is going to be a fantasy stud for the next 3 to 4 weeks. He will. No Nick Chubb. This kid catches the ball at the backfield. He was putting up big numbers with Nick Chubb. Now without him, I think Kareem Hunt's boost goes way through the roof. I love Kareem Hunt. The only reason why I got him at 3 instead of 2 and 1 is because of the matchup. I think going up against Indianapolis, we know Indianapolis has the best defense right now in fantasy football. If you don't know, you should know that. But that's the only reason why I don't have him as the number 1 running back. But Kareem Hunt definitely is one of those guys that I really want right now. So, Keenan, shout out to you, man. I need this belt. I need Kareem Hunt. Send him to me. Okay, coming in number 2, I got Clyde Edwards-Helaire versus the Las Vegas Raiders. I know that they're going to try to keep the Chiefs off the field, but I think the Raiders are going to also try to stop Patty Mahomes instead of Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And I think Edwards-Helaire could have a big, big monster day, especially if the Raiders get a lot of 3 and outs. They'll jump out to a big lead with the Chiefs. The Chiefs will jump out to a big lead, and then they'll milk the clock with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. So he comes in at number 2 for me. Coming in at number 1, this is going to be somewhat of a shock, but like I said, it's because of the matchup and them coming off of a loss. I think that Cliff Kingsbury has to get back to running the football. I'm going with Kenyon Drake. Yes, at number 1. They're going to have to run the football. I know Cliff likes to throw the ball, the air raid show. I get all that. You got to run the football. So I'm going to say, I'm getting updates right now as I'm doing the show, but I'm going with Kenyon Drake versus the Jets. The man, bruh. The Jets are horrible. They're horrible. I think that today, because of the loss last week, Drake is going to bounce back in a big way. So for all my Kenyon Drake people out there that's been saying, should I trade Kenyon Drake? Should I bench Kenyon Drake? Should I cut Kenyon Drake? Hold your horses. Kenyon Drake will come through for you today. I have a big game from him. I think well over 100, and I think that he gets 2 touchdowns at bare minimum. So I'm starting Kenyon Drake at number 1. Let's go to wide receivers. And I'm seeing the questions. I got y'all. I promise y'all when we get to the question segment, I will answer. Shout out to Mike Larson, man. Appreciate you. Shout out to Carlo. All love. But right now we're going to move to wide receivers. I got DJ Moore coming in number 5 versus Atlanta. Like I said, man, Atlanta is bad. DJ Moore has actually been pretty good at wide receiver this year, despite him not scoring a touchdown. Well, today, DJ Moore gets a touchdown, and he could be higher on my list because he may score 2 touchdowns. I like DJ Moore a lot today, so fantasy owners, make sure you get DJ Moore in your lineup. I also like Robbie Anderson, even though he's not in my top 5, but DJ Moore is going to be big time today versus Atlanta. Coming in at number 4, of course, if I have Jared Goff, who you think I got? Cooper Kupp, his security blanket versus Washington. Cooper Kupp, I think, is about to have one of those Cooper Kupp type games. I think this is the game that he could have that Cooper Kupp type game where he drops 30 on you. I'm not predicting that because obviously I got him at 4, but I think this is an opportunity. Going up against the Washington Redskins, well, the Washington football team, I do apologize for that. I got Cooper Kupp. I think he's going to have a big, big, big game today. Coming at number 3 is going to definitely be a surprise because the guy is coming back. Last week he came back, but now he gets his quarterback back. He will show why they let Emmanuel Sanders leave. He will show why they consider him the number 1 wide receiver. I'm not talking about the targets because we know George Kittle's that guy. But we will learn a lot about Deebo Samuel today versus the Miami Dolphins. I like this pick. You know, they like to get him on reverses. They like to get Deebo Samuel the ball in many, many different ways, whether it's screens, whether it's deep passes, whether it's comeback slants, in the rounds. They want to get the ball in Deebo Samuel's hands. I can see anywhere from 100 to 125 total yards and a touchdown from Deebo Samuel today. So I got him coming in number 3. Coming in number 2, because he's not on the elite list, and it is a tough matchup, but I'm excited what I saw from him last week. He was the NBS Offensive Player of the Week. And yes, I'm talking about Odell Beckham Jr. Yes, I know he gets the Colts today. Like I said, the Colts have a really good defense right now in fantasy football, especially. But I think him and Baker are starting to find their way. And I think with Kareem Hunt, his ability to catch out the backfield and him getting majority of the snaps now with no Nick Chubb, it's gonna be hard to stop them. I know people may say, you think that the Browns are gonna be better without Nick Chubb? I do. Because when Nick Chubb's in the game, you thinking to yourself they're gonna run the football. When Kareem Hunt comes in, you're thinking to yourself they're gonna pass the football. But now, with Kareem Hunt being the every down back and there's nobody to come in, you don't know what they're going to do. I think that opens up things for Odell Beckham. So I'm going Odell Beckham at number 2. Him and Baker Mayfield is finding their chemistry. But number 1, slam dunk, easy. This guy has stud of the week potential this week. I know Mike Larson would not like this pick because he traded him for a bag of Skittles. And I'm talking about Amari Cooper. I'm not a Cooper guy. I'll be the first one to tell y'all. I am not an Amari Cooper guy. But going up against the New York Giants today, oh man, it's going to get bad. It's going to get real bad. This could be CeeDee Lamb's day, but it could be Michael Gallup's day. But I think it's going to be Amari Cooper. I can see Amari Cooper over 100, 2 touchdowns, easily in a big blowout win over the Giants. I don't care if it's a rivalry. I've seen enough of the Giants to know that they're bad, just like the Jets, just like the Falcons. So I got Amari Cooper coming in number 1 today. Let's move on to the tight end position, I should say. And of course, everybody out there, y'all want to know the elite guys. Y'all know Kelsey, Kittle, Ertz, Andrews, Waller are the elite guys. You start them every week, even when they give you bad weeks. You got to understand, studs have bad weeks from time to time. I know Ertz hasn't been off to the greatest start in the young NFL season, but I do feel that he's going to pick it up, especially with Goddard being out. So he's still among the elites. But coming in number 5, I got Tyler Higbee. I think he's going to, he may score a touchdown in this game. Tight ends is so hard to hit on. If you don't have the elite guys, you just got to kind of like pray for something to happen. But I do think with Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, you have to try to stop them first. I think Higbee could sneak in and get a touchdown. So he comes in number 5. Coming in number 4, I got Mo Alley Cox. If you've been tuned to this show since the beginning of the season, then you know I've been beating this drum forever. This dude, I said, look, he played basketball at VCU. Big physical kid. You got Phillip Rivers, who loves throwing to his tight end. Jack Doyle, he's cool, but he's always hurt. This kid is going to do some things. Mo Alley Cox scored last week. He only had 1 catch. But I do think he shakes back this week with maybe more than, not maybe, he will have more than 1 catch. And he may not score a touchdown, but I do think he gets double-digit fantasy numbers today. So I'm going Mo Alley Cox. Coming in number 3, I got Dalton Schultz. Come on, man. Against the Giants once again. The Giants and the Jets are the theme. This is the New York theme week. Everybody on the Giants, you start. And everybody against the Giants, you start. Everybody against the Jets, you start, and you don't start none of those guys for the Jets and the Giants because it's going to be bad. But I got Schultz coming in number 3. I think he can definitely get a touchdown and probably possibly 5 catches, especially in PPR league. That's a great, great, great start. Coming in number 2, I got Hunter Henry versus the New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints. I do think that the Saints are going to win that game tomorrow night on a Monday night game. The Saints are tough on Monday nights, especially at home. But I do think Hunter Henry is going to be Justin Herbert's security blanket. So he may get, a couple of catches here and there, maybe a late touchdown to make it seem like he had a good game. He'll have a good game fantasy, but they won't have a good game as a team. So I'm going Hunter Henry at 2. And I take back what I just said because there is a Giant I'm going to start because they're going to be down so much in this game. They're going to have to do something. They have to throw the ball every down. I got Evan Ingram at number 1 because of how bad they're going to be getting beat in this game. I think Evan Ingram could have a big game in garbage time. You're going to be mad if you start Evan Ingram. Let me be the first to say, you're going to be mad if you start Evan Ingram in the first and second quarter, possibly even in the third quarter. But in the fourth quarter, in garbage time, you're going to be happy because he's going to score a late touchdown and he will catch about 5 or 6 balls within, the second half. I'll say the second half. He'll catch 6 balls and score a touchdown in the second half, and he won't do anything in the first half for the most part. So I'm going Evan Ingram at number 1, but it's only because of garbage time. All right, then I move over to defenses. Okay, the elite guys that I have right now on defense that you start every week, because I know that's kind of like a question that people want to always ask. I got the 49ers as an elite defense still, even without Bosa and Solomon Thomas. I still think that you want to start the 49ers every week right now. They have to prove me wrong a little bit first. I got the Baltimore Ravens. I know what happened versus the Chiefs, but we saw what they did against the Washington football team. The Ravens are elite defense, guys. Let's not kid ourselves. And they play in a terrible division for the most part. The Bengals are not going to do that. And I'm still questionable. I think the Browns are still questionable, even though I said I like the chemistry of Thunderbird. I think they're going to be better with Kareem Hunt. But still, the Ravens, they're the cream of the crop in that division. The Steelers are good, too. But the other elite defense is the Buffalo Bills. We know what they can bring. The Colts. The Colts have been really good. I said the Tennessee Titans, even though they started off very rocky this season, I think the Titans are, because we always put 5 elite teams. I think the Titans are going to be a team that's going to pick it up in the latter of the season, I should say. So I still got them as an elite defense. But coming in number 5, I got the Rams versus the Washington football team. I just think that Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey and company, they're going to do enough to get some turnovers. I don't believe that Ron Rivera wants to start Kyle Allen. I think he wants to start Alex Smith. And they're going with Kyle Allen, but it's kind of like, if we just throw Alex Smith in, it's going to seem like that's what we wanted all along. So I think they're rolling with Allen today, and it's going to be bad. And then they're going to shake back and say, no, we're going to go with Alex Smith. It's kind of crazy that they benched Dwayne Haskins already. I just think that's kind of crazy because you want to see what you got before the draft. If you don't have anything, then you move on from him. But I want to see what I have. And I think in 4 games, that's not really, you don't really know what you have yet. So that was kind of crazy to me, mind-boggling. Coming in number 4, yes, I know it's going to be crazy because of how good this guy has been. We know Justin Herbert has been phenomenal. But I got the New Orleans Saints versus the Chargers. I just think the Saints are going to win this game going away. I do. I think the Saints are going to blow out the Chargers. Drew Brees is going to take that personal. Again, got drafted to the Chargers. I just think on a Monday night in the Superdome, regardless of the fans, I think Drew Brees and the Saints are going to blow the Chargers out. It's an experience when you're in the Superdome. I think Justin Herbert, regardless if the crowd is there or not, he's going to struggle in this game. So I'm going with the Saints in a blowout over the Chargers. Coming in number 3, really this team, I should replace them with the Titans because I can make a case that they're a better defense right now, but I don't want to just jump to conclusions right now. But I'm going with Pittsburgh versus Philly. Philly, yeah, I know they got the dub last week, but let's be honest, y'all. Philly has been awful offensively up until this point. I don't like what I'm seeing from Philly. Yes, if they can get Alshon Jeffrey healthy. Yes, if they can get Deshaun Jackson healthy. Possibly that offense could come back alive. But right now, it's not hitting on any cylinders. Maybe they can get Rieger back. I don't know. But right now, it's not hitting. So I'm going with Pittsburgh at number 3. Y'all already know what number 2 and number 1 is. I got the Dallas Cowboys versus the New York Giants. And I got the Arizona Cardinals versus the New York Jets. Man, the 2 blowouts. 2 blowouts. I think both of these teams are going to win by at least 20 points today. So I'm going with the Giants. I'm going with the Cowboys. And I'm going with the Cardinals as far as the 2 best defenses to start on the day. Let's move on to kickers. I'm going with Tyler Bass versus the Tennessee Titans, and I'm going with Steven Gostkowski versus the Buffalo Bills. Why? Because I think it's going to be a low-scoring game on Tuesday night. Very low-scoring, even though I have Josh Allen. I don't think either team's going to get over 24 points. I think that this is going to be a slugfest. It's going to be drag them through the mud type game, a lot of field goals. I can see both kickers getting anywhere from 3 to 4 field goals in this game. So I'm going Tyler Bass and Steven Gostkowski as far as 5 and 4. Coming in number 3, I know Larson's going to like this. I got Daniel Carlson. Well, he's going to like it, but he's not going to like it because Daniel Carlson is going to be kicking field goals instead of getting touchdowns, so he won't like that. But it is a Raider, Mike. Be happy with that. But I got Carlson versus the Chiefs because I do think that they're going to get in field goal range, and he has a big leg, so he may get some 50-yarders in this game, but in the end, they're going to lose to the Chiefs, so you're not going to be so happy about that, Mike. Coming in number 2 and 1 again, I got Zane Gonzalez of the Arizona Cardinals and Greg the Leg Zuerlein versus the New York Giants. Look, this is the theme, man. You start everybody versus New York, and you sit most of the New York players. Jamison Crowder and Evan Ingram probably the only 2 people I would start on those teams, but outside of that, I'm staying away from the Giants and the Jets. It's just all bad. Let's get to the flex position. Coming in number 5, I got McCole Hartman. Yes, at the flex position. McCole Hartman's been really good, surprisingly, I think, for some people lately. 4 catches in each of the last 2 games and a touchdown in both of those games. I think Patrick Mahomes is starting to believe in McCole Hartman now. And we know he has the type of speed that can get over the top of the defense, get over the top of the defense. And you got Tyreek Hill on the other side that people have to respect his speed. So I do believe that McCole Hartman could get a big touchdown in this game, possibly a 70-yarder. Mike, I know you don't want to hear that, but it's the truth. I got McCole Hartman coming in number 5. Coming in number 4, I got LSU's very own. And don't talk to me about LSU right now. I'm not excited about that. I'm not happy about that. But I got Justin Jefferson versus the Seattle Seahawks for the simple fact that I think Seattle's going to be more trying to stop Dalvin Cook and Thielen. And they're going to score a lot of points. So Kirk Cousins is going to have to throw the ball to keep up. And I just think Jefferson's going to get a lot of single coverage. So he comes in number 4 for me. Coming in number 3 of my flex position, I got Jared McKinnon. Yes, I know Mostert's coming back. I get it. But how healthy is he really? McKinnon's been really good. He's actually would have scored more fantasy points last week and the week before. But I want to say they called a touchdown back last week. For sure they called one the week before that. So McKinnon's been really good. He catches the ball at the backfield, especially PPR. I like Jared McKinnon a lot today. So I would start him at number 3. Coming at number 2 is a guy that I kind of slept on, but now I'm starting to believe, Myles Gaskins. I think that this guy is the running back for the Dolphins. I think it's clear cut now. What scares me is Jordan Howard still gets the goal line touches. So that's a little concerning. And they're going up against the 49ers, who Kyle Shanahan's going to have those guys playing good football regardless of the situation. So, yeah, I got Myles Gaskins coming in number 2. Number 1, and I know Keel's going to say, oh, there he goes being biased again. I got Antonio Gibson. This kid, the last 3 weeks, has had double digits every game, every single game. And he scored a touchdown in every single game the last 3 games. They're getting the Rams. I get it. Aaron Donald's a beast. We know that. But what I like about Gibson, remember Ron Rivera, he had Christian McCaffrey on one of the greatest statistical seasons ever at the running back position. Well, what was Gibson known for at Memphis? Catching the ball. Last week, he had over 80 receiving yards. I think Antonio Gibson's going to start finding his way in catching and running the football. He'll start to get more carries than just 12. More than just 12. And I really like this kid a lot. I almost thought about starting him over Singletary. I still may start him over Singletary. I don't know yet. I'm going back and forth on that one, but I do like Antonio Gibson a lot. All right, guys, let's get to the waiver wire pickups for today. The number 5 waiver wire pickup is McCole Hartman. He's only owned in 37.5% of ESPN leagues. I think that number has to go way up, at least to the 70% range, because he plays for the best offense in football, in my opinion. I know what Seattle's doing. I know what Baltimore got. But it's like the Chiefs are just so big play. You got to get McCole Hartman in your lineup. He's definitely worth the flex play. I just told y'all that. And I think he's a guy that should not be on the waiver wires. 37.5, that's way too low. So I'm going with McCole Hardman at 5. Coming in number 4 is a guy that I'm kind of surprised about because you got Tyler Boyd, you got AJ Green, but he's actually been better than AJ Green. And I'm talking about T. Higgins. T. Higgins is only owned in 40% of the 40.5% of ESPN leagues. I think T. Higgins is somebody that you should pick up. I think T. Higgins is somebody that can definitely help you. And especially in the latter part of the season, I think that he could become that guy. Don't be surprised if AJ Green gets traded before the trade deadline. So I'm going T. Higgins at that spot. Coming in number 3, I'm going Myles Gaskins. Yes, he's owned in 76.3% of ESPN leagues, but he's the back. He's the back that catches and he gets majority of the touches. Yes, I know the goal line situation, but he should be owned in 85% of leagues. If you're a great flex play, you should be owned in 85% of the leagues. So I'm going with Myles Gaskin at number 3. At number 2, Q is about to go crazy because he's going to love this one. I got Justin Herbert, only owned in 32.2% of ESPN leagues. Are you kidding me? This guy's lowest output up to date is 21 fantasy points. He has 2 30-point games. Need I say anything more? This guy has been nothing short of phenomenal so far when it comes to fantasy football. You give me 21 points at bare minimum as a starting quarterback, I'm taking that. You give me 30, I'm excited about that. Anything more than that, I'm excited. And the 2 games that I'm talking about, he had over 30. I think 38 and 32 or 33. Don't quote me on that. I don't have the number right here pulled up, but I can say it was over 30 for sure. And it was one that was 21. So Justin Herbert, to me, needs to be at least somebody's backup quarterback. If you have Dak Prescott or you got Russell Wilson, you should have Justin Herbert as your backup, and he should be on your team. And if you don't have a big-time quarterback, I would start Justin Herbert over a lot of guys that like a Kirk Cousins. I'm going with Justin Herbert. You can keep Kirk Cousins. I don't care that he has Thielen and Jefferson. Give me Herbert because Herbert has been balling. And then number 1, this was actually very surprising to me. He's not even owned in 80% of ESPN leagues. Now, granted, I know he was hurt. I understand that. But that's why you have IR slots, people, for the most part. I know some people don't do IR slots, which is mind-boggling me. Don't ever ask Truex the Sports Junkie to join your fantasy team, fantasy league, if you don't have IR spots. That makes no sense. So you're telling me that I got to take a roster spot up for a guy that's hurt for multiple weeks? That's not right. So no, or especially like a keeper. I play in a league where I got Saquon Barkley. He gets hurt for the entire year. I gotta drop him or keep him on my bench and just take up a spot. That's not what's up. So I don't agree with that. But to get back to my number 1 waiver wire pickup, I'm going Deebo Samuel. Only owned in 78.5% of ESPN leagues. That's lower than Justin Jefferson. No disrespect to Justin Jefferson, because Justin Jefferson is a phenomenal receiver. But Justin Jefferson is the number 2 receiver. Deebo Samuel, man, and they have a strong running game. Same thing go for Deebo Samuel. I think Deebo Samuel, man, should be owned in at least 85% of the leagues, kind of like Justin Jefferson. And because he's so dynamic, he can get the ball in so many different ways. I think Deebo Samuel should be owned in much, 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 much more leagues. So I'm going with Deebo Samuel at number 1. All right, guys. Let me get to the stay the hell away from segment, or you need to go get that food right now. All right, stay the hell away from AJ Green. Don't send me no offer for AJ Green right now. I don't want AJ Green. He gets traded, then we can talk, baby. He goes to a team like New England. He goes to a team like Green Bay. Oh, of course. I'm definitely interested in AJ Green. Sure, we're talking about the Niners. If he goes to the Niners, I'm interested in that. But right now, I am staying the hell away from AJ Green. It seems like Burrow likes Boyd. He likes Higgins. He likes Mixon. So I don't know what's going on, but AJ Green, man, I think your time is up in Cincinnati. So yeah, I'm going to stay the hell away from AJ Green. This is not a joke. This is not a shock what I'm about to say, or a shot, I should say. I feel bad for doing it, but no, I don't. Why the hell am I talking like that? Stay the hell away from all the Jets players and Giants players. Yes, I know you. I told you Ingram's going to have a good game today, but that doesn't mean I want to start him. That doesn't mean I want to start him moving forward. Yeah, Jamison Crowder could have good games, but I don't want Le'Veon Bell. I don't want Sam Darnold. I stopped calling Danny, oh my God, Danny Dimes. I don't want to hear that anymore. Devontae Freeman. People talking about, oh yeah, you need to go pick up Devontae Freeman. There's no more Saquon Barkley. What? Saquon Barkley wasn't doing nothing, and you should know. I should know. I had him in one of my big leagues. I don't want any Giants. I don't want any Jets. Keep them the hell away from me. Do not send me no offer. I don't want them as a throw-in. I don't want them as a throw-in. So keep them away from me. The guys you need to be trying to go get right now, ASAP, in a trade. You need to make it happen. Coming in number 4, we got Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert, I'm telling y'all, man, listen to me. I like this kid, man. This kid has proved me wrong. I think he has a shot, man. I think he has a shot to have a really good season. I know he hasn't got a win yet, but he has been playing some good football. So I'm going with Justin Herbert at number 4. You need to go make a trade for him. Keo, after this week, holler at your boy. I may have to go give me some Justin Herbert. I like that kid. Come at number. This was actually, I only have 3. It's always 3, but I had these 2 guys together. And I'm going Joshua Kelly. Austin Eckler's out. Joshua Kelly, man, that's a good pickup, man. I think the kid runs hard. He needs to hold on to the football. I'm not by no means saying he's Melvin Gordon or Austin Eckler. But what I am saying, I do think the kid can have, some good games, good potential if he holds on to the football. If he doesn't hold on to the football, of course, Justin Jackson would come into play then. But right now, I think I want Joshua Kelly just a little bit more than Justin Jackson. He just got to hold on to the football. Coming in number 2, I just told y'all, don't sleep on this kid, guys. Antonio Gibson. I'm telling y'all, that team is just bad. Get Alex Smith in that starting lineup. Oh, man. Antonio Gibson stock rises, oh, my God, to no end. Because check down Alex will get Antonio Gibson the ball. I got Antonio Gibson coming in number 2, a guy that you need to go get ASAP. And then coming in number 1, the guy that everybody should be trading for. If you can get this guy, I think you should go get him. And people can laugh, say whatever they want. Let me tell you how much I like this guy. In the league that I'm in where I got Saquon Barkley, he's my keeper. I already established that I'm going to keep Saquon Barkley because it's Saquon Barkley. I would trade the rights to Saquon Barkley for next year and the year after because I get to keep him for 2 years. I would trade him for this guy because as good as Saquon can be, and I know he can be the best running back in football, if he's healthy and they put the pieces around him in New York. I'm trading him away for Kareem Hunt. I think Kareem Hunt is the guy right now that everybody's going to go crazy over the next 3 to 4 weeks. I think he could be the best running back in 3 to 4 weeks. We saw what he did in Kansas City when he was the lead back. I think this guy is about to be phenomenal for the Browns. Phenomenal. So I'm going with Kareem Hunt as the number 1 guy you need to go get right now. Try to send trade offers to people. Tell people, I need Kareem Hunt ASAP. So there you have it. Right now, we're going to go to the question segment. Let me go to YouTube first. I have YouTube pulled up right here. Let me see what we got here. Let's go back up. I don't want to start at the bottom. I'm going to start at the top. Okay, my man Carlo wants to know, OBJ, Tyler Boyd, Debo Samuel, Sammy Watkins, who am I starting? He needs 2. I'm definitely going OBJ. I'm going Debo Samuel. I think Watkins is hit or miss, and Tyler Boyd versus the Ravens, that's a tough matchup. That's a tough matchup. I think I'm going to stay away from that. Debo versus Miami is a really good pick. I just told you guys that. And, of course, OBJ, I'm definitely starting him. Let's go down the list. Hold up. Let me see. AJ Green. Oh, my God. Shout out to my man Keo, man. Easily Jarvis Landry. AJ Green, I just told y'all, stay the hell away from AJ Green. I would not start AJ Green. I would bench AJ Green. Russell Gage and Devontae Freeman. Clearly, Russell Gage, if he's healthy enough to play, I'm going Russell Gage. I just tell you, I'll stay the hell away from all the Giants players. And Devontae Freeman is no exception. Are you kidding me? No Darius Slayton. I would say no to Darius Slayton, man. I know that might sound like a shock, but I'm not big on the Giants, man. I think that Evan Ingram is going to be Evan Ingram's day today in the late quarters. They're going to try to establish the run game. I'm not saying Slayton's going to be bad, but he's not going to be what you want as far as a starting receiver or even a starting flex play. I don't think he gets 10 fantasy points today, so I would say stay away from him. I see what they're saying about the Cowboys defense. I get it. But going up against the Giants, I know what I'm seeing with the Cowboys, and I know it's bad. But the Giants, oh my God, that's god awful. So no, I would actually start the Cowboys defense today. My man Caleb wants to know. I know I haven't been saying everybody's name. Would you start McKinnon, Crowder, or DJ Moore? Oh, DJ Moore, easily, hands down. DJ Moore is gonna have a big game today versus Atlanta. Caleb, man, definitely start him. And if you're not gonna start him, I would go McKinnon over Crowder. I just tell you I don't like the Jets, even though I do like Jamison Crowder somewhat. He's the one guy I think on the Jets team that he has some type of value. And then last question. Oh, that's it. That's it on that one. So then I got 5 questions I got from people that follow me on Twitter. They asked me these questions earlier, and I told them I was going to answer it today on the show. So shout out to Jaquan, man. He wants to know, would you start in the running back 2 position, Jonathan Taylor or Raheem Mostert? That's a really good question. God, that's a good question. I'm going Jonathan Taylor. Going up against the Browns. The Browns can, they can give up big points as we saw last week. And Mostert is coming off of an injury. How much is he really going to play? McKinnon has been looking really good. And we know Kyle Shanahan does like to, use multiple backs. So I'm going Jonathan Taylor, even though Frank Wright likes to use multiple backs. I look at what the matchup is. I know the Dolphins are not the greatest defense either, but the injury kind of concerns me with Mostert, so I'm going Jonathan Taylor on that one. Let's get to my girl, Kenzie. That's a good question, too. Golly. Michael Thomas or Odell Beckham? I'm going Odell Beckham, y'all. And look, y'all know I'm a Saints fan. I just said the Saints are going to blow out the Chargers. But I don't like injured people, bro. Injured people. It scares me because I hate to start somebody that leaves the game when they're not fully healthy. I think that Michael Thomas should take the week off, come back next week, be fully healthy, and that's what I would do. I would go there if I had to go. Let's just say God forbid anybody has this kind of lineup, but let's say I got DeAndre Hopkins and Michael Thomas. So in an auction draft, I spent my money on both of them, and I got OBJ. I would actually bench Michael Thomas and start OBJ today over Michael Thomas. That's the way I would go with it. My girl Violet wants to know, Dak Prescott or Josh Allen? I'm going Dak, easily. Josh Allen is cool, and we know how good he's been, but he's going up against the Tennessee Titans. I think the Titans have a really good defense. That gets the New York Giants. Are you kidding me? I'm starting Dak Prescott. Okay, Raylan. Okay, I see you. Justin Herbert or Garner Minshew? I'm going Minshew this week. This week I'm going Minshew. But moving forward, I may go Justin Herbert, but for this week only, I'm going Garner Minshew versus the Houston Texans. The Houston Texans, they fired their coach, Bill O'Brien. I don't know where Romeo Crennel is going to go this week. They may rally around Romeo Crennel, but I'm going with Garner Minshew this week. I think he's going to have a better game. And then finally, pick 2. Kenyon Drake, Jared McKinnon, Mike Davis, Todd Gurley, or Joe Mixon? Okay, that's not bad. If you got all them running backs, you straight. But I could see it though, because Davis and McKinnon, you probably picked them up. Yeah, that could happen. Mixing Drake, Gurley. That's a good problem. I would go Drake and Davis. Surprisingly, I know people may say you lost your mind, but Gurley, nah, man. I told you I don't like those injury type backs. And then Mixon is questionable, and then he's going up against the Baltimore Ravens. I'm good on that. They're gonna have to throw the ball to keep up. So, and that's not gonna be a good look. I think the Ravens win big too. So, I'm staying away from Mixon. McKinnon, he's splitting time with Mostert. So no, I'm going Drake and Davis. That's a more of a risk thing with me. I really like Davis a lot, and I like Drake a lot. Let's see if I got any more questions on YouTube. Oh, okay. Minshew, Jimmy G are cousins. I'm definitely going Minshew or Jimmy G. I think I'm gonna go Minshew because Jimmy G, like I said, is coming off of an injury. That's a bit concerning. But I'm gonna go Minshew. I like what him and DJ Chark was doing last week. I think that could be big time. And then I like Robinson, their running back. So I think that you still have to, respect their running game. The 49ers may run the football and win this game. I mean, you can see Mostert, McKinnon, them having big games. So, yeah, I'm going to go Minshew on that one. Shout out to everybody that asked questions, man. We're going to get to the stardom sit-up portion of the show. I got 5 that I let somebody else pick because Keel didn't hit me up with it, but it's all love, Keel, nonetheless. So basically, ask me 5 people, would you start or sit them? And I'm gonna tell you if you should start them or sit them. Daniel Jones versus the Dallas Cowboys. Man, sit that fool. Sit that fool. Don't even entertain that. Daniel Jones? Are you kidding me? You should have a better option than Daniel Jones. He's no longer Danny Dimes. He's Daniel Jones. Until he proves me wrong, I'm not starting that dude. I don't care if it's against the Dallas Cowboys. I see right here where it says a weak defense. I don't care. I am not starting Daniel Jones. It's been all bad in New York. I don't like the where they're going right now. Le'Veon Bell versus the Arizona Cardinals. Man, I'm sitting Le'Veon Bell. I just told y'all. Le'Veon Bell don't even want to be in New York. Adam Gates don't even want him in New York. That is a debacle. Let me use this terminology. That is an accident waiting to happen today. If you start Le'Veon Bell, you're going to be very upset with yourself. Don't do that to yourself. Le'Veon Bell doesn't want to be there. Adam Gates doesn't want him there. I'm not rolling with Le'Veon Bell. I would definitely bench him. Justin Jackson versus New Orleans. Benching him too. Sit there, fool. Joshua Kelly, to me, is the guy that you want to have. I would actually take a shot at Joshua Kelly at flex. But Justin Jackson, to me, I think they're going to be down big in this game. Why would you run Justin Jackson? Makes no sense at all. So I'm going to say sit him for this week. Moving forward, he could be pretty good, but right now, no. Coming in number 4. My next one is Brandon Cooks versus Jacksonville. Man, Brandon Cooks doesn't have a lot of chemistry with Deshaun Watson. I'm not loving this. I would start him, but I would be very cautious of starting him. It's not a great start, but he does have big play potential. Romeo Crennel is the new head coach. He may try to stretch the field. So it's maybe worth the gamble as a flex. Wide receiver 1 or 2, I would be very cautious with. But I'm going to say start him, though. I'm going to say start him. And then last one, Tyler Eifert versus Houston. Going to Minshew to Tyler Eifert. Man. Tight ends are so rough, man. Tight ends are so rough. If you have to start him, if you're in a 16-team league like we are in the NBS league, I would start him. But if it's a standard league, I would sit him. So, yeah, I would sit him. But NBS league, off all my NBS people tuned in right now, I'm going to say you start him. All right, I see some more that pulled up right now. Joshua Kelly or T. Higgins? That's a good question. That's a good one. I'm going to go Kelly, man. Even though I like T. Higgins a lot. I know it's PPR. JB, shout out to you, man. But I'm going to go Josh Kelly because if I am wrong about the Chargers and the Saints, it's going to be because Joshua Kelly is pounding that rock, toting that rock, and he's doing his thing. So T. Higgins still got to go up against the Baltimore Ravens. What I will say, though, against the Ravens is they'll probably try to stop Joe Mixon, Tyler Boyd, and A.J. Green, which will open up some things for T. Higgins. But I still would go Joshua Kelly, especially in my flex spot. I would feel good about Joshua Kelly being in my flex spot over T. Higgins. So, yeah, that's where I would go with it. For everybody out there that doesn't know, I just want to put this out there. The New England Patriots game versus the Denver Broncos on Monday night has been moved to next Sunday. It's been rescheduled. Both teams are not playing this week. Melvin Gordon was not happy about it, but they're not playing. So please get the Broncos out of your lineup. Get the Patriots out of your lineup. None of those guys are going to be playing this week. Cam Newton I'm guessing, should be ready to go. I think that's what made Melvin Gordon so mad, because he thought he was getting a Patriots team without Cam Newton, and now they may have to play against the Patriots with Cam Newton. But he made it like, well, we worked out all week, we prepared for this team, and now we're not playing them. So now he's kind of upset about it. But look at it like this, Melvin Gordon. Now you have 2 weeks to prepare for him. And I know it's not quite the same, because now you're preparing for probably Cam Newton instead of one of the other quarterbacks. Both of them were bad last week in my mind. So we'll see. We'll see, boss. But yeah, get them out your lineup. I obviously get the Detroit Lions out your lineup and the Green Bay Packers. Both teams are on a bye. You don't want to have Kenny Golladay in your wide receiver 1 or 2 spot, and he's not even playing. So get them out your lineup. All right, guys. My favorite segment of the show. We're going to wrap this show up. If you have any questions, feel free to ask before, because I'll answer these. I'll say this last segment, and then I'll answer any more questions. But here we have it. So we are to the sleeper of the week, the dud of the week, and of course my favorite, the stud of the week. I got Keo's picks right here. Y'all get ready. So the sleeper of the week from my main man Keo is, Keo, you've been listening, Deebo Samuel. I agree with him. I think that's a great sleeper. I think Deebo Samuel's going to have a really good game this week. I think he can definitely have over 15 fantasy points. So I'm going with Deebo. I'm not going with Deebo Samuel, but I like the pick for Akil. I'm going with the New Orleans Saints defense as my sleeper of the week. I think the Saints are going to get a pick 6 versus Justin Herbert. I think they can pick off Herbert two times, possibly get 3 turnovers in the game, get about 3 to 4 sacks. I think the Saints defense is going to be phenomenal on Monday night versus the Chargers. So I'm going with the Saints defense as my sleeper of the week. The bust of the week. Y'all know me. Y'all already know where I'm going. But Keo's going with Devontae Parker. I think low-key that's a shot at me, Keo. Is it a shot? You know, me and Keo's playing this weekend in Nothing But Sports League, and I got Devontae Parker, and I think he doesn't want Devontae Parker to go off, so he's calling him a bust. Well, Keo, I'm here to return the favor. I got Justin Herbert as the bust of the week. I think Justin Herbert comes back down to reality. He doesn't have 20 fantasy points this week. He will be under, I'll say he'll be under 16 fantasy points for the day. I'm going Justin Herbert because he may get a late touchdown in the game to Hunter Henry or Keenan Allen or Mike Williams or one of those guys, possibly Josh Kelly. But I'm going Justin Herbert as the bust of the week. And here are our studs of the week. Everybody get ready. This is the portion right here that me and Keo take real serious. The studs of the week. Keo's stud of the week is Deshaun Watson. Because we can pick elite guys. So you can only, that's the way the stud of the week works. You can only pick the guy one time and you can't pick him for the rest of the season. So Keo's picking Deshaun Watson versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Duval, what up, Jacksonville? Don't let Deshaun Watson do y'all like that. Don't let Deshaun Watson do y'all like that. I wouldn't mind, though. I hope it's a shootout between him and Garner Minshew. I hope both of them throw 5 touchdowns today. I know Keo don't like that. And DJ Chark catches 2 more. Woohoo! But my stud of the week, sticking to the New York theme, I got Ezekiel Elliott. Big, big, big monster game. Zeke versus the Giants. I think it's going to be a blowout. I just took a 20-point win for the Cowboys. Zeke's going to get 2 to 3 touchdowns in this game. I like Ezekiel Elliott clearly over 100. It wouldn't even surprise me if the dude got to 200. I'm just not sold on the Giants, y'all. Maybe I'm tripping, but the Giants are just not that team to me. So I'm going Ezekiel Elliott as my stud of the week. Okay, y'all. Thank y'all again for being, for checking out Stardom Sit 'em. I hope that we helped you out. If y'all can, please subscribe once again to the page. Only we got a couple of more. Okay, start JT, Jonathan Taylor, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Miles Sanders, and Antonio Gibson start 2. Man, you got all them dudes? Oh man, you got it made in the shade. I'm going the first 2, Jonathan Taylor, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I love Miles Sanders, but I just think that's a bad matchup. Antonio Gibson could have a big game. I think he's gonna have a big game. I would actually put him in my flex if I could, him or Miles Sanders, but I would actually try to start 3 of them. But I can't bench Clyde Edwards-Helaire or Jonathan Taylor. If I was gonna bench one of them, Clyde Edwards-Helaire is starting no matter what. I would go Miles Sanders over Jonathan Taylor, but that's a toss-up. I would go Jonathan Taylor just because I love the Colts offensive line. So that's where I would go, but it's up to you. Team out of nowhere again, Will Fuller or Tyler Boyd. I'm going Will Fuller, man. Will Fuller's big play, plus I like the matchup a little bit better going up against Jacksonville than Tyler Boyd going up against Baltimore. So I'm going Will Fuller. Hopefully I help you out with that one. But like I said, subscribe to the page, man. Truex the Sports Junkie here, man. Every single week to help you with your starting lineup in fantasy football. As you can see, man, I'm on Mount Rushmore when it comes to nothing but sports, fantasy football league. Keo, Mike, Justin, C, Jasper, Antonio, Chris, Corey, Keenan. They know the vibes. Vic, they know the vibes. They know how I get down. Duke, they know what it is. So, like I always tell you guys, man, we're gonna end it just like this. If you lose, you have nobody but to blame but yourself. Don't come on here blaming me, because you should trust your own self. So if you lose today, you have nobody but to blame but yourself. But if you win, like Drake says, man, thank us later. Well, thank me later, because Keel's not on it today. But thank me later. Love y'all, man. Subscribe. This has been Stardom Sit 'em. I am Truex the Sports Junkie. We out. Peace. All love, brother. All love. I see what you just put. It's all good. Let's see. Let's close this out.